How to stop being jealous. My name is Lana Bugela, I'm a hypnotherapist and a mom of 3 children. And in this video we will talk about jealousy, and not just jealousy in general, it will be about even envy, when we feel envious, but also when we feel that for our kids. Jealousy for our own kids. This is an important topic, and of course, when we do feel that, sometimes we try to hide it inside of ourselves because we know nowadays that this feeling is negative, and to feel something negative about our kids, it is, not a very good thing. So we try to do that, and we try to hide that inside of us, even subconsciously. So we have that feeling, and when we are aware that this feeling is there, we try to take our attention away from it. So it's like, it's not good to feel that you hate your kids, but sometimes you do when they are like, they make a storm, something outrageous in your house, they are running around, or when they are dismissive, when they just don't respect you, when they do something bad. And when you see that, sometimes you hate them. You say, oh my God, I'm so hateful right now, but I shouldn't be hateful. These are my kids. So you don't allow yourself to be hateful. In the same way, we don't allow ourselves to be jealous of our own kids, to feel that envy. How can it be that we are jealous of our own kids? Sometimes it's about some of them, usually of the same sex. They look better, they have better opportunities, and we feel like we are losers and they are doing better. They are more successful, they are more fulfilled, and we try to catch up, but we can't, and especially when we lose our own authority. So when our kids themselves undermine our own authority, then we feel that jealousy, we feel that feeling of envy even more, because we are not anymore their role model, because they are better than us in some kind of way. So we don't like that feeling. We try to hide it sometimes. Some people don't. Some people show that feeling. And I will talk about my client today who felt that, and I will tell you how did we resolve that situation. So sometimes people conflate our criticism with feeling of jealousy or envy. So sometimes people are very rude and they criticize someone, and other people reply them. So, okay, you are jealous. You just want this in your life, and that's why you criticize that. But it's not like that. Let me explain. So, for example, we have some hypothetical girl who has green hair. So she dyed her hair green. And we say, oh my gosh, it's not nice. You look awkward. I don't like your hair. It's odd. It's actually gross. I don't like it. So no, I don't buy it. And people say, okay, you are not allowing yourself to be you, and that's why you criticize that girl. But it's not the case. So if someone has something that we don't want to have, so we don't want to have green hair, and we just don't give a piss about that girl, but in general we just don't like it and we just say it out loud. So this criticism, it comes not from jealousy. This criticism comes from other fields of not being satisfied there. For example, you have a shitty job, you have a greedy boss, you have some troubles with your partner, and you feel that your life goes wrong and you are not satisfied with your life. And you see this girl and you just put that energy from other fields on this one. And you try to be aggressive, you try to be rude, just to to let that steam out of you, like to vent. That's what you do there. It's not about that feeling of jealousy. It's about trying to regulate your inner system in a very not a healthy way, because it's not nice to be rude to someone. So in this case, if you feel like criticize someone, I want you also to see these two things. Some people, they criticize, but they don't say it out loud. For example, you can see an ugly child, and you won't say to mom, oh my God, your child is ugly. Actually, I have a friend who is, well, she's a sort of a public figure. She has not a big blog, but quite a big one. And she gave a birth like a couple of months ago, and she showed her newborn. And then she said, like, you know, I heard so many times people are just texting me, your child is ugly. And I'm like, oh my God, is it true? What do you think? And I'm saying, are you serious? I'm saying, like, are you serious? You just consider those people being right, saying that your child is ugly? And she said, like, well, I've got several messages about that. So what I'm trying to say here, there are people who just can't say those things. And there are people who can notice that, okay, this child is not pretty, or this green hair doesn't suit you, and so on. So you have that opinion, negative one, but you don't say it out loud, but you are still noticing it. So it doesn't matter if you notice and say it, or if you notice and just keep it to yourself, because you are, you know, you're a good person, you are polite, you are good behaved, and so on, you have manners, and that's why you don't say it. And you're just kind of kind person, and you like to think about you like a kind one, but sometimes you notice that. So in both situations, you need to understand that this noticing is the most important, not even saying or not saying. But if you notice that, it means that you're trying to escape from your real life into criticism of others in order to feel better. Because actually you don't feel good. You feel bad because you have problems in other fields of your life, and you have that problem in another area that dissatisfies you. And you just put that energy of dissatisfaction onto another person. Stop doing that. So if you are happy, successful, fulfilled, joyful, you will never ever see an ugly kid. All of those kids will be pretty. You know, the beauty is in the eyes of the one who is looking. So that's true. This is a red flag that you have problems in other areas of your life, and stop going somewhere. Get back to yourself and solve your problems instead of criticizing. So this is the first thing. It has nothing to do with jealousy. It's about your putting your energy from one area to another in order to vent. But you shouldn't vent. You should solve your problems. Second, sometimes we feel jealous, and that jealousy is real. For example, somebody is earning money easily, and we think, okay, but I don't. I have a job, a shitty one, where I am present from 9 till 5, and she is just a blogger who gets money like that. She's like young, she's 20 years old, and I'm 45, and I'm like working from 9 till 5, and she doesn't have even an education. What's happening to this world? And you feel that jealousy because she is bigger than you in the field of money, in the field of easy earning, and you don't like your job. But the problem is not in this girl who is a blogger and young and successful, but the problem is that you are on a shitty job by your choice. You are there. You're not growing. You're not taking those opportunities. You're not listening to your heart. You're listening to your logic. You're listening to your limiting beliefs. So this is the time to take your attention away from those people whom you want to, to criticize, and to put that attention into your own life. Where do you behave not like you're supposed to? Where do you lose your opportunities? Where you are losing that life? Because if you are present in your life, you are living your life every moment, you are taking that in, you don't have time to look around and notice those ugly things, bad things, and so on. You will notice only nice things because you are in nice. You're not in the wrong, you are in the right. In the right way of living your life. So get back to it. That is the point. You should go into your own system and think, okay, why I don't do what she is doing? It's not about being the blogger yourself, but it's about being who you want to be. Not on this shitty job, but on the one you love. This is the case. And now, after we distinguished those two situations, when it's an envy and when it's just a criticism because you are putting like your energy from one field to another, and now let's talk about jealousy for your own kids. Sometimes we are trying to put on them limiting beliefs, and we have two things going on there. First, we are trying to guard them from the big, horrible world that we experienced before, and we think that they will experience it also. So we say that people are bad, you can get hurt, la la la, because we were hurt, because we had that experience. And we are trying to limit our kids. And the second thing, we are envious. As I said, when your child is more successful, and especially when your authority is undermined, then you are in that field where you feel jealousy and you are trying to drag your kids down. Again, I will tell you this example about crabs. There was a man sitting next to like some water, and he was trying to get crabs to catch crabs. And he had a bucket full of crabs, and another man was passing by. And he just stopped and said, "Oh my God, man, put a lid on that bucket because all your crabs will get away." And the man just looked at him and said, "Oh no, you don't know anything about crabs. So if there would be one crab, it would eventually get away, like for sure, 100%. It will try and it will succeed. But I have a lot of crabs here. And if one tries to escape, other ones drag it down by its legs. And no one escapes. I don't need any lead." So sometimes we act like that. We act like those crabs with our own kids. We are trying to drag them down. So our kids are saying, "Okay, mom, this world is full of love, success, joy. It's not horrible. It's not like dismissive. It's not bad. It's nice." And you say, no, you just didn't get into it, and you will. So I need to drag you down. I need you to be more realistic. I need you to see everything like I see, because this helps to protect my authority. That's how it is. Just try to notice that. Try to let your kids be more successful than you. Try to let your kids see the world they want to see it, without your limitations, without your protective eye that is like an eye of Sauron there watching them. It doesn't mean that you should forget about dangers and so on. You should be aware, you should protect your kids, but not dragging them down. Like, this is the main reason to maintain that balance, and you can do that only when you worked on yourself. So I had a client, she came to me and said, "Okay, Lana, I have a problem. All of the time when my daughter is not successful, I'm like, yes, I told you so. This is my go-to phrase, I told you so. And I feel joy when I say that." And I said, "Okay, this happens a lot. And you are jealous because you think that your kid can be more successful than you, and it hurts you because it means that you didn't do your best." And then we went into regression. We went into her childhood, into the root cause of her problem. And we found my client sitting on the floor in her mother's closet. And she was putting on a lot of things, and she was coloring her lips with the mother's lipstick, and her elder sister came inside and she said, "Ha ha ha, oh my God, you look ridiculous. It's ridiculous, put it off. Mom, look at her, ha ha ha." So she made fun of her. And she made a limiting belief inside of her mind that being myself is being stupid. It's funny for others, so I won't be myself anymore. And from that moment, she had other scenes that just reinforced that belief, and she didn't allow herself to be herself. And especially when her daughter went out there where she could be criticized, my client, she was just out there protecting her, not letting her, and dragging her down. because that was her main fear. And we just worked out that belief, we eradicated that, eliminated that, we erased that from her life. There wasn't there anymore, it wasn't there anymore. And then she texted me, "Oh my God, Lana, now I have the most rewarding relationships with my daughter. I let her do what she wants, and eventually I started to do what I want myself. I changed my job. I'm so happy. I'm so glad I did it. And I did it like, wow, that is amazing. I just came out of my own box. And I'm not jealous anymore. And I'm not a fan of 'I told you so' phrase anymore." That's great, guys. That's how one limiting belief can change our whole life. So if this video was useful for you, please put that thumb up. It is so important for me, guys, because it means that I'm doing the right thing here. I'm trying hard for you. So follow this account, subscribe to this channel if you are interested, and of course drop me a comment below. What will you take out of this video? What was helpful here? Maybe the example of my client, maybe something I told you before, some metaphor worked for you. Please let me know, so I will do it more, and I will film more videos like that, and I'll give you more free content like that. Thank you so much. My name is Lana Bugela. I would love to see you here in the next video.